What do we have for Taurus? The moon. Pisces energy at the foundation of the reading. Taurus, leading up to your reading, I was getting messages in regards to someone who is monitoring you right now because they are afraid of your next move. And then sure enough, we get the moon. Now, the moon is all about something that is hidden. However, what's interesting about this is they're not doing a very good job trying to hide, or maybe they're trying to be seen here. There's something quite obvious that's taking place here. It's some sort of monitoring from some opposing force. It could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could even be an ex or somebody, but something has taken place here. And this person knows that you know what they have done. However, you haven't really, you haven't acted on anything here yet. And I feel that this person has just been left marinating in a lot of guilt. I just heard a lot of shame as well. And they're afraid of what you're going to do, which can really speak about the seriousness of what they may have done here. Now, one of the other messages I got leading up to the reading was that this is somebody that you have had empathy for. And the message surrounding this was quite interesting, but I heard very clearly, stop having empathy for them, because every time you have empathy for them, every time you pray for their healing, it's like spirit pulls back the karma that they were about to be delivered because of your spiritual rank. It's like because you have this very high spiritual ranking, you come through and you say, no, it's okay. And spirit is like, are you even fully aware of what this person is guilty of? And I feel that it's gotten to the point now where you are so worn thin by this person's actions towards you that you're starting to see how this may be true as well, okay? Now, this is not something that I would typically ever promote, or, I believe in having empathy for people no matter what they have done to you. But there are some instances like this one here where people just don't stop, right? It's like somebody who gets warning after warning after warning, year after year, and it's just gotten to the point now where they're so used to this process that they just keep doing it. There's no actual motivation for them to stop. And then we have the Magician right on the bottom of the deck. Now, Taurus, I feel that you're in high manifestation mode right now, and this person can feel this. Yeah, you've got some sort of new beginning here. Okay, I feel like you're in an energy of healing. There's some sort of idea, some sort of new beginning. There's something you're manifesting here. And I'm getting a message here. It's like on one hand, you're manifesting. On the other hand, you are in this energy of self-care where you're really just taking care of yourself. You're focusing on leveling yourself up spiritually, emotionally, some of you physically as well. And these two energies right here are really the keys to manifestation. When you focus on your self-care routines, it puts you in the power position. And I feel this is what you figured out. Yep, right there, Seven of Swords. So there they are. And I was just going to say that they figured this out too, that you are in this energy. So the Seven of Swords energy here is a very sneaky, underhanded energy. This is somebody who's essentially trying to do something behind your back, or they don't think that you're noticing. But it's not that you haven't noticed them, you just haven't reacted the way that they thought you would. So they just keep doing it, right? I mean, this is so clear. This is the entire message right there. Magician, Seven of Swords. Five of Pentacles. Okay, so the Five and the Seven of Cups. So the Five of Pentacles here is really speaking about their energy. This is somebody who's basically throwing energy work at you in one way or another from their rock bottom. They're not learning the lesson at that rock bottom. In their mind, they think that if they can finally get you, I just heard take a knee. It's like this person wants you to submit in some capacity, which it feels like a joke, like it's a fantasy that they have in their head. But simply put, I just feel that this person thinks that they're better than you in some capacity, that they should have what you have, somewhere in the realms of that sort of thinking is what I'm picking up here. What do we have at the sacral, please, Spirit? Knight of Cups. Water energy at the sacral. What do we have at the solar plexus? Four of Pentacles in reverse, Capricorn energy at the solar plexus. Now, this Knight of Cups at the sacral is speaking about your imagination, your creativity, your passion. And I feel that this person is feeling very slighted by some sort of forward momentum or success you're having in your life. And this Four of Pentacles in reverse at the solar plexus is them at this rock bottom. Four of Pentacles in reverse is a very similar energy to Five of Pentacles upright. It's an energy that is drowning in some sort of financial debt, but it's because of their own doing. This isn't somebody who's just in some sort of hardship that they don't really deserve. This is somebody who deserves every single bit of karma they're getting because they're actually not even learning from it. They're doubling down. I also feel with this Moon and Knight of Cups back to back at the root and sacral, this person definitely knows you. There's some sort of psychological manipulation that I feel this person is trying to entangle you in to water down your creativity, is what I just heard. This can just be a more complex way of saying that they're trying to just overwhelm you with distractions. And it's nonstop, right? Maybe you'll go through phases where this person is doing this. It's like they start attacking you in some capacity. Spirit comes through, distracts them with some sort of karmic consequences in their own everyday waking life. And then when everything starts to settle down, they're back at it again. And right on the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Swords. So we've seen the Seven of Swords, Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles. We got Four of Pentacles in reverse. These are all sort of similar kinds of energies. They just all go hand in hand. The Five of Swords is an energy of somebody who's a bully. It's somebody who just will not stop, and they don't care how much more difficult they make another person's life. This is a parasite through and through. Yeah, I just heard this person has zero empathy and lacks any sort of humanity about them. And this is why you are being guided not to put them in your prayers anymore, okay? And look, everything is circumstantial, Taurus, so you do what's best for you in that capacity. All I'm doing is delivering the messages that I'm being guided to deliver to all of you. But what I can say is that when somebody lacks in empathy, it's almost like you're sending your healing, your love, your empathy towards them despite what they've done to you, and it's just going into a vortex. It's almost as if they receive it and laugh at it. It's like, this is interesting, I just heard, it's like sending the devil a love letter, trying to soften him up. He just laughs and says, what an idiot, right? Oh yeah, I just heard know your enemy. Okay. You know, Taurus, sometimes, a lot of the time really, especially when it comes to matters like this, love is actually moving out of the way and allowing the universe to do what they do in this person's life. That's the closest that you can get to sending any sort of healing into this person's life, is just moving on, letting the divine do what it does, right? Like I mentioned, I'm picking up that some of you have some sort of ranking here. So when you are saying, again, they want me to reiterate this, no, have mercy, the divine basically puts on the brakes. So just think about that, all right? And think about the suffering that you are going to have to go through, because they are not going to stop forming weapons against you. They are not going to surrender. In fact, I would go as far as saying that they'll probably come at you even harder the next time. They'll make themselves more obvious because there's simply no consequences for their actions. What do we have at the heart, please? Wow. I didn't see that tower there. Jeez. The devil followed by the tower. Unbelievable. Taurus, I just heard very clearly this person is continuously betting on you being weak. Even though you're not being weak, you're being actually incredibly strong. Not a lot of people can handle these situations the way you have now, but it's time to change it up, okay? Because though it was a good attempt to see if they would finally stop or surrender, it's just not effective, okay? You are dealing with something very dark, very, very low vibrational here, okay? And I feel that this person wouldn't hesitate to send the full force of hell into your life if given the opportunity. In fact, I feel like they're trying to do whatever they can to actually do this. And this isn't me saying that they have any sort of power, okay? I don't get that here at all. This actually feels like somebody who is incredibly weak, but they can create a pretty big annoyance in your life, okay? Now, the Tower at the throat is directly speaking on what I said in regards to you sending love and empathy to this person, okay? It's right there at the throat chakra. So this is spirit basically saying, hey, listen, we've tried that, all right? It's now time for us to bring down the tower in this person's life. It's the only way. And I just heard that the divine needs you to remember that you have a mission. You have something that you're supposed to be protecting. And this person here, though this could be a family member, an old friend, or an ex or something, or somebody who was once integrated into your life in some capacity, they are in direct opposition with that mission. They are the enemy. But the thing is, they're wearing this mask, right? A mask that you feel like you need to send love to, right? Because they played some sort of role in your life at some point. You've essentially been standing in the way of this person's tower, okay? Now, the tower is the most destructive energy in the tarot. It's an energy that brings upheaval to somebody's life or lifestyle, is what I just heard, because they are out of alignment with the path that they should be on. Now, we all have free will, but the universe will create obstacles, right? If you start going the wrong way, it's not going to be a smooth path. There's going to be disruptions down there. There's going to be towers. These towers are to try and realign you with your true north. Yeah, I just heard that this person has sold their soul. Okay, this is somebody who has zero respect for the divine order and has completely submitted to the underworld. Yeah, I just heard this person feels like they have gone too far to try and turn it all around now. They've invested too much time, too much energy into this campaign against you. And that devil card is right at the heart. And I was hearing that it's like you're holding the devil in your thoughts, in your heart. Yeah, you're trying to be compassionate for the devil. What do we have at the third eye, please? Nine of Wands, Sag energy at the third eye. Okay, so I just heard that you need to pick your battles, all right? And I feel that the message there is that you are on this karmic cycle with this energy. It's just this repeating pattern because you are injecting the same approach into it, right? Like we already established, the empathy, the love, oh, just send them love, love and light. And it just doesn't, this whole love and light thing is, I feel, a kind of spiritual hoax, right? When it comes to the way the universe works and the real divine order, it is truly a war zone. It's death. It's destruction. People are afforded a little bit of empathy, right? But they also have to surrender. There's no surrender here. It's like you're creating this reality where you're essentially allowing this person to walk all over you, but you have convinced yourself that you are doing the right thing by standing in the universe's way of handling this person. This Nine of Wands at the third eye is telling us that you need to distance yourself from this situation. There's nothing more you can give to it, Taurus, okay? Whatever this is for you, whoever this is in regards to, I feel that the way it may be showing up in your everyday waking life looks far different than the way I'm reading it. I'm an energy reader, so you could have an event showing up in your life that just looks like you being at odds with somebody, but on the spiritual plane, it's representing a full-out spiritual war. See, we live in this reality, in this third density, where everybody is basically inside their own little movie. But there's far more going on behind the scenes, behind the curtain, than you could ever possibly begin to imagine. There's a whole kind of mechanics. That's what I read. I read what's going on behind the curtain. So it's like this energy here, the way I read it is, again, like a spiritual war, But in the everyday waking life, it could be a family member who's just creating a lot of pain and disruption in your life for no good reason. But really, when you rip their mask off, this is a whole demon out here trying to completely destroy you, your life, and your mission here. This is one of these situations where if the divine gave you a glimpse into your life from, say, the other side, right? From the spirit realm, you would be looking at your life right now going, oh my God, that person is literally an extension of the devil in my life. I can't see it when I'm in my everyday waking life. They're just so-and-so. Yeah, they're a pain in the ass, but I didn't know that they're this whole demon. It's this kind of situation, Taurus, okay? What do we have at the crown, please, Spirit? Wow. 7 of Wands, Leo energy at the crown. Okay, this just followed what I said, all right? The 7 of Wands is an energy that, well, in the context of this reading, is trying to knock you off your path, okay? This is somebody who is trying to stop you from completing your mission. They want to overwhelm you with distraction, so you just feel discouraged and give up. And they're betting on your weak boundaries, is what I just heard as well, which is 7 of Wands energy. I mean, you're literally engaged in battle here with several people. For some of you, there's more than one person involved. Okay, let's get into the second row. Wow, there it is again. Okay, the tower. However, this tower reads different than this one. This tower here is, well, speaking about how you are standing in the way of the tower. This is the tower coming down. This tower is like tower red in its negative polarity, so it's you basically trying to stand in the way of the divine doing what it needs to do. What do we have at the... Okay, I just heard that they... Yeah, disaster. I just heard disaster. Trying to avert a disaster. What do we have at the foundation, please, Spirit? Too many cards. What do we have at the foundation? Ace of Swords at the foundation. Now, the Ace of Swords here is speaking about what they are trying to do to, I heard, your psychology, okay? So subconscious mind, okay? It's like they're trying to create a lot of chaos around you, stress, all these distractions. It's supposed to wear you down and just hammer at your psyche. They want you in that energy of constantly thinking about the disruptions they're bringing into your life. That's the whole purpose of this. It's to wear you down and get you to give up, to stop, whatever it is you're doing that is a threat to them or whoever else they're working with in some capacity here. I also just heard that this person was promised something. What do we have at the sacral? Two of Swords. Interesting. Whenever I get the Two of Swords from this deck, it reminds me of like a greasy salesman, right? Somebody who's like, I'm always sticking my neck out for you. I have your best interest in mind. But I feel that this is quite possibly another person that they're working with. Maybe somebody promised them something. See how he's shaking hands with only 3 fingers, right? It's to say that you can't trust something here. Now, the Two of Swords energy is an energy of information overload. It's also an energy of confusion. Now, there's something going on here quite interesting with this person's psychology. It's like they've got themselves wrapped up in a fantasy in regards to you. It's like this person has manifested this whole reality where you're the villain. And it's like there's some undercover spy that is trying to create disruptions in your life to stop you from becoming something, from doing something. And somehow in their mind, they have convinced themselves, or maybe this other person has convinced them, that They have to do this. They're going to save the world. You're a bad person. They're a good person, right? There's something here that is very, it's like they have this distorted sense of self or reality. Everything is upside down in their reality, right? So let's say something that everybody knows as being bad in the real world, in their world, in their reality is good, right? What's up is down, what's down is up. What's good is bad, what's bad is good, right? Everything is backwards for them. And somehow they justify this alternate reality that they live in. Yeah, there's something I just heard deeply wounded about this person. Okay. Okay, let's get another card here. I just heard something. It was a bit dark. Oh, wow. Nine of Swords. Some more emphasis on this person's mental health. Nine of Swords is an energy of extreme torment. It's like this person is being tormented by the demons that they have called on you and probably everybody else in and around their life. A little bit of what I heard before this came out was that this person is beyond saving. They're too far gone. This person is unfortunately a lost cause at this point. This is why Spirit is guiding you to pull back your prayers for this person, okay? You know, that message in and of itself can speak about how heard all your prayers are, right? They're received. Yeah, I'm seeing in my mind's eye right now an archangel sitting at a desk. They've even got eyeglasses on. And there's all these papers on the desk, and there's prayers on all these papers. It's like your prayers are showing up as folded up pieces of papers on their desk, and they're sorting through them, and they're getting your prayers for this person, and it's like they just throw them in the trash. Like, we can't do that. Stop sending that prayer up, right? Direct this prayer to something else where it can actually be utilized. Do not waste any more of your precious time on this lost soul. I just heard that they also sealed their fate with the second to last from now disruption that they caused in your life. It's like Spirit kept allowing it, right? Because of those prayers. They just kept saying, okay, one more. But there was something about the second to last time that they came for you. That was it. It was just too much. Yeah, I'm hearing this caused a lot of disruption in your life. You recovered from it. You know, the way this stuff, I feel, may have shown up in your life is not feeling 100%, right? Maybe your energy's down. Maybe you have some disruption in your finances, but you recover it. You know, maybe you blow a tire on your car, something like this, right? Nothing that you couldn't recover, but it's still enough, right? See, what they really intended for you was way worse than those things. But because of your protection, because of your prayers, it just shows up in a much lesser way, in a form that you can actually recover, okay? But Spirit has to let it hit you a little bit like that so you can learn your lesson, right? Not because you're doing something wrong, but because you have a responsibility. You have a mission to protect. It says right here, causes great battles and wars, causes wounds to putrefy. And I feel that, there's a couple of messages there. One, that's the kind of energy this person has, and that just really speaks about the energy, right? Decay, rot. It's like this person, I just heard they're beginning to putrefy. Okay. Now I feel that that's just speaking about how Spirit sees them, sees their soul, sees that they're a kind of lost soul, right? Unrecoverable is what I just heard again. And we have the Hermit right on the bottom of the deck. Now, the Hermit from this deck is different than regular Hermit. This is like Hermit read in its negative polarity, okay? It's an energy that's basically completely withdrawn, right? It's an energy of isolation, and it's somebody who's going the opposite way from their intended path. It's like this person, and look, see how this person is shooting an arrow into your life, right? And then look, this guy right here is holding the arrow, so there's a connection here. It's like this person is trying to knock you off your path, send you going towards your south node. That's their mission, right? The devil sent them into your life. I mean, the devil's standing in front of a whole legion of demons right here. It's like this energy has been sent into your life through this person, maybe multiple people. What do we have of the heart, please, Spirit? Okay, there's two sides to this card. We're going to start on this side first. I always go, well, this is a negative, that's a positive. I always start on the negative side first because the outcome takes us into the cards that represent the positive. Negative, positive, okay? Now, this card here represents the Ten of Swords, Gemini energy. Now, the Ten of Swords from this deck is an energy of having learned your lesson, right? So this is where we're at now. It's like Spirit saying, hey, good job, okay? You have navigated this whole entire situation beautifully. But now it's time to withdraw, okay? Whatever that means for you. It's going to be different for everybody. And the Ten of Swords is also representing a new start here for you. There is something here coming through. But I feel your approach in regards to this situation is the only thing standing in your way at this point. And you don't even see that, right? It's like you could just be going about your everyday waking life, just trying to be a good person, even in regards to this situation. And maybe there's lack of movement in some area of your life. You're like, why am I not getting movement? I feel like I've really been on point. Even my enemies, I've been sending them love. I've been sending them healing. And Spirit's like, yeah, ding, ding, ding. That's exactly right. Stop it. That's what's actually holding you back at this point. Yeah, I just heard toxic empathy, okay? Toxic empathy is when you identify with another person's emotions to the point that it actually becomes harmful to your own well-being. And this can actually lead you to taking on another person's pain and suffering. Some of you could have been feeling kind of off the past few days, and then maybe this person popped up. It's almost like you can sense their energy before they expose themselves. Simply put, I just feel that a lot of you may have not been feeling like yourself, and then all of a sudden, this person reappears like, oh, wow, that's what I was picking up on. That's why I've been feeling off. And also, when you have excessive empathy for somebody who doesn't actually want it or deserve it, it can lead to burnout for you because you're, again, just pouring into this empty void. And that's a perfect example of not having healthy spiritual boundaries, right? Simply put, it's just like trying to help somebody who doesn't want to be helped. We hear this all the time with people who are addicted to substances, right? There's nothing that you can do for them. They have to want to do it for themselves. And it's the exact same thing here. And then we have... Perfect. Three of Swords, Libra energy, love and submission. Okay. Now, the Three of Swords here is an energy of healing and recovery. All right. As soon as you withdraw your energy from this event, from this person, from these people, whatever it is, and you just get out of the way and allow the universe to do what they do from this point forward, you're going to have a resurgence of energy. Things are going to start moving again. And it's going to be very clear to you why it kind of slowed down to begin with, okay? There's a lesson in all of this. And again, it's not to say you've done anything wrong because you certainly haven't. But in order to be more effective at what you were actually sent here to do, sometimes we have to go through these little lessons like this so we can actually understand how truly sacred, valuable, and important it is that we protect our own energy. That is number one. If you allow people to constantly infiltrate that space, you are not protecting the blessings that the divine has entrusted you with to protect. What do we have at the throat, please, Spirit? Justice, Libra energy again at the throat. Okay. Now, that Justice card coming out right underneath that tower is speaking about the need for you to get out of the way, let the universe do what it does, and stop giving these people a pass because they're your brother, your sister, your best friend since you were 5 who's a toxic loser, or an ex or whoever it is, okay? Right? Justice is blind. Until you fully understand what is going on here, you're essentially sacrificing yourself for whoever this is here. And they don't appreciate it. They don't care. In fact, they're expecting you to keep doing it. But as we can see, when you move out of the way and you allow the divine to do what it does, the scales begin to tip in your favor. Confirming what we just said back here about having a recovery of your energy. What do we have at the third eye, please, Spirit? King of Wands, fire energy at the third eye. Okay, Taurus, you have this highly ranked, highly favored energy about you. You are a leader, okay? Whatever that means for you in your everyday waking life, spiritually, this is how you're showing up. And because of this, you have a responsibility. Don't be this person here, right? It's like, I just have so much empathy for them. See how beat up this person is, right? And this is a representative of the divine, right? Coming in to help you. Say, hey, look, you tried, all right? Good job. But now you got to just focus on yourself here. Look, you've got a bandage around your head. Don't be this person anymore, okay? Don't allow this person, these people, whatever this may be, to walk all over you anymore. Be the King of Wands, which is who you really are. A powerful, courageous leader who has a vision for their life, and they are going out there to make it happen no matter who gets in their way and tries to stop them, because they understand that anybody who tries to get in their way, no matter, again, who it is in direct opposition with the mission that they were sent down here to complete. What do we have at the crown to close this out for Taurus, please? Judgment. And there it is. Pluto, Scorpio energy. Okay? Tower, and then judgment. So this is you getting out of the way now and allowing the divine to do what it does. Tower, justice, judgment. And look what it says right here. Atonement of errors destroys the power of enemies and humiliates them, okay? This is what they have coming to them. So by God, Taurus, let them get it. Stop sacrificing yourself for people that have thrown you under the bus time and time again. Have more self-respect and remember who you really are, all right? I don't care how this looks in comparison to your everyday waking life. This is the energy you have in the spirit. And the sooner you begin to realize this, the sooner this will actually begin to manifest into your everyday waking life. Capiche? Okay. All right, Taurus, this is what I have for you. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. And there's a glitch in the YouTube app right now. So if you're trying to press like on the video and it's not allowing you to like the video, do me a favor and just drop a heart or a comment, and that will work just the same, okay? But whatever the case, I would like to extend my gratitude for all of your donations and support on my channel, your personal reading bookings, the purchases that you have all made at my online store, and also thank you to everybody who's joined the membership side of my channel. But in closing, I would like to know how this reading resonated with you. So let me know in the comment section down below, again, by dropping a heart and or a comment, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Take care.